HHDG.
Peace, HHDG. We are on another episode of HHDG Media, the podcast. And as always, gratitude and appreciation and shout out to everyone that's tuning in through our YouTube channel, as well as our Facebook group, HHDG. As always, you can go and check out our website that you can see on the bottom banner, hhdgmedia.com, to go check out past written interviews, music that we put up there, as well as our merchandise and upcoming events. There you go. As always, this is made possible through our company, HHDG Media, Inc., which consists of our 5 owners, Rock Vader KB, Skelly Top, myself, Wiki, Demare, and T. Smith. For tonight, we have a guest who I've been listening to for at least a solid 6 years now. And one thing that always caught my attention is his ability with the linguistics, to provide that cinematic feel with the street mixed in between. And when I think of that, I always come to 2 artists from my home borough, Staten Island. That's Ray and Ghost, who flawlessly do this the same way he does, and painting that picture in a way that I can almost feel like I'm there when he's rhyming. And the fact that he's talking about relevant things, it's not just all about negative. There's a lot of positive in there, and it's also dropping jewels at the same time for you to, in a way, prepare in a way of knowing what's going on around you. And that ability to do that through music, like I said before, is a gift that I don't have, but he's definitely blessed with that. And aside from the lyricism, his production is always on point. Since the very beginning of me listening to him, that's another aspect of his talents that always stuck out. And that ability right there alone is something that always needs to shed a light on. We got a lot of dope artists out there who are double and triple threats: lyricism, DJing, and production. And I definitely want to dive in and see how far that's been for him to possess those abilities and how it came to be. And also, we also have another guest coming on tonight, which is pretty much like family, because around the same time that I started listening to the artist, he was also part of there. So it's more like family, a brotherhood amongst them. So I know that they've known each other for quite some time. So they got a lot of stories, and that goes hand in hand with the music as well. So his latest project, Cinematic Murder, dropped on July 18th. And that is exclusively through his own website. And we'll also talk about the physicals that are out there right now through DITCD. And I will be putting the links up for both of those throughout this interview. And it's not just the latest project that we'll be talking about, because his catalog is extensive. I mean, he's got a lot out there for you to go and check and find out just how ill he is, and also how much work the other artist that we're going to be speaking with is heavily involved with those projects as well as his project that dropped, Fast Lane, as well. So without further ado, repping the T dot, as they used to say. I don't know if they still say that anymore, but repping Toronto. I'd like to introduce Dante. Peace,
Yep.
peace.
Peace. How are you, bro?
Doing good, doing good. And
Yeah, man.
also his brethren, Wyze Wonda.
Peace, God. Peace.
Mm.
How y'all doing?
Man? Good.
Bro. Good, man. Just living,
Yeah.
man. I like that intro, man. For real.
Yeah.
Salute.
Yeah. That's right.
We still say T-Dot, though. We still say
You
T-Dot.
do? Okay. All right.
Yeah. For real.
That's dope. Man, I want to say I probably first started hearing you through listening to Daniel's son around that time. And I mean, we see where, his success too, as well as yours, y'all both continuously year after year putting out dope music. So, respect to him as well.
Yeah, respect to him.
Yeah, no doubt. Respect. Shout out to him. He's doing his thing, man. It's all about repping the city, for real.
1000%, man.
Definitely. Now, both of you born and raised in Toronto?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So,
Born and raised, man.
I
grew up in a place called Jane and Finch. It's like they take all the immigrants from like Jamaica or wherever I'm from, and they brought us down to Jane and Finch in the hood, and then you know what happens in the hood. You just get yourself into trouble.
Right.
That's
For real talk. Yeah, I grew up out by some area Steels and Keel. My mom's moved us up to Brampton, so I don't know if you ever heard of Brampton.
Yes,
town call it.
Yeah.
So I kind of came up there when I was young, my pre-teens. You know what I mean? And then kind of just between Toronto and Brampton.
So,
I was gonna ask you where you're from, man. You're from Staten Island, right?
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
Okay.
Yeah,
sick.
That's dope, man. I like
Big
that.
Up to Staten Island, for real. You've
was
been there your whole life?
Yeah, I was born and raised there. Only time I didn't live there was a little bit when I went to college down in Miami, Florida, and then early years of my firstborn, in New Jersey.
Okay. Yeah, I used to be out in Jersey a lot. Jersey's a wild city.
Now you were saying when the immigrants came, that was the first place that they were, that's where they settled in at. Just give us a glimpse, a person like me that's never been there, how that was, first coming up, and just it's like a new environment.
Growing up down there was just like a lot of poverty, and my parents used to go and borrow like sugar or like corned beef from somebody downstairs, but we had lots of fun though. It was a lot of like squirting those squirter pistols and pissing in the hallways, pissing off of balconies and shit, and it was just fun down there, man. But I seen a lot of crap down there too. I seen a lot of people get killed down there when you're young. I also seen like a lot of drugs go through in the building, people in the lobbies and shit. It was just, but everybody kind of took care of everybody. You know what I mean? It's a nice place though, man. It taught me a lot though, bro. It taught me a lot though, man. I remember I got robbed in a telephone booth for like $5. And I'm like, yo, you really gonna take $5? The man took the money, man, took the $5, put a gun to my head, bro, in a telephone booth. I think I was about 18 years old. That's the way it is, though, bro.
Yeah. That's why. Yeah, I was gonna say, all hoods have their similarities and their differences, but Same type of mentality. You know, what I mean, no matter where it is in the world. So
It's the same thing, man. All over the world, bro. It's
Everybody's hungry.
the government they stick us down there, right? That's what they do. They just throw us down, just throw us in there, and you figure it out.
Trust me, man. It's crazy.
You know, it's hard, but it's all good. We're doing good now, though.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
But
it's like I done came up.
right. But I like that you also stated, you know, there was good times there, because a lot of people seem to think that just because we come from poverty, that number one, we can't enjoy our lives. Number two, they act like our parents or parent are not trying to make it better for us without always complaining. You know, you could be at the bottom of the barrel, but your parent might have that expression in the way they carry themselves throughout the day, not looking like that's what they go through every day.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, what you just said is crazy. Like, that's literally like my life. Like, my pops left when I was like, my pops was there from like born to 12. Boogie, vanished. Haven't seen him since, literally.
Wow.
And with what you've said, my mom's, the one thing I can shout out to her for real, shout out to my mom, shout out to all the moms, is that I could never remember seeing like her crying or her like stressed out. If she did that, it was on her own. Like, you know, my mom took me everywhere. I couldn't, like, she took us to the park. She would work a double shift, come take us to the park, go sleep, go back to work next morning. You know, it always, even living in poverty, it always was like a happy home. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't remember it just being like her yelling, screaming, stressed out, bills, this, that. No, like she held it down and did all that. And like, you know, it's just crazy what you're saying. It's like for real. Like, it's like a true blessing for that, you know, like we still smiling, still having fun, still enjoying our lives, you know?
Yeah.
Even as you're struggling, you know, it's crazy.
You learn a lot, man.
Oh, hell yeah, man. For real.
I used to like for like Halloween and shit. I used to cut like a cardboard box, made it like a WWF wrestling belt. Had like around my neck, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then playing the radio, we couldn't get like we couldn't get the frequency right, so I had to take a hanger.
Yeah, I remember that.
Come on, man, those are fun times, bro.
Real talk.
Mm-hmm.
Real talk. Trust me.
The creativity, you know, and I feel that not just in the music, but in our lives, you know, throughout all generations of Black people, our creativity is how we continue to thrive and be innovative. And
right.
And this is the part of why I feel that a lot of the world tries to downplay us so much, because they don't realize how many inventions that we either created or we played an important role in.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
That makes sense, though, bro.
Yeah, of course. I think in all aspects, everything, entertainment, you know, sports, media, whatever it is, we played the biggest part. You know what I mean? Like, if there was a word called copycat, and we were the most copycatted in every aspect of what we do. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I think we bring the soul to everything, you know, cooking, you know what I mean? Like, straight.
Yep.
That's very true, man. Very, very true.
100%.
Now, coming up in Toronto, like I said, the two of you have known each other for how long now?
Fuck, I don't even know. Very long. very long.
Very long
Fuck.
time.
Yeah.
I don't know, but fuck.
More than 25.
25, right?
25 plus for real.
Yeah, I say 15 years, more than 25.
Yeah.
It was a long time ago.
20
so
for sure.
The story is I used to rap like in the 90s, right? And my brother, introduced me to Wyze, and Wyze was just like some wild ass fucking nigga, and he just started freestyling to me, and I'm like, yo, you sound dope, but you need to polish up a little bit, you know?
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
wild, man. His pants were sagging down to his fucking ankles and shit. I'm like,
Yeah. I was one of those. I ain't going front. I was one of those, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah. It's crazy
Always
because
wild.
I knew his brother first. Me and him went to high school together. And like that was my dude, you know. Shout out to Whisper, man. That's my dog. And when he introduced me to him, like, you know, like he said, like I was nice, but I wasn't nice. Like I was like, you know, I was okay. You know, I definitely needed polishing. And it's just like watching him over the years, his craft, and he was just doing the way he did his work. I was like, yo, he just put me on another level. And like as we grew, as we got closer as brothers, it kind of just my music just developed and just went through the roof. You know what I mean? And that's all because of him, 100%. Like I can't, you know, obviously I can say my own talent put me there as well, but he pushed me in the right direction. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I can't say that I would be here without him. Straight, I can't say that because it's like the more he excelled, it made me excel too. You know, we would always like do this game, like
Who's
we
better?
battle each other, you know, on the tracks. He'd be like, yo, like, listen, I'm gonna eat you. And I'm like, all right, cool. Now it made me get my pen game better, you know what I mean? I'm like, fuck, let me redo that verse, man, you know?
I get him in the studio to spit his verse. I'm like, nah.
Yeah.
I gotta go back the next day and redo my verse right now, man.
Yeah, that's sick.
He's
I like
too
that
ill,
shit.
bro. Too
Keep you
ill,
on your
man.
toes.
Yeah,
bro.
You gotta keep each other. You know what they say? Steel sharpens steel.
It's up chill, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Respect right there, yeah. And how old was your other brother that introduced Wyze at that time?
Dante,
yeah.
Oh, my brother?
Yeah, that introduced to Wyze.
He's a few years younger than me, and he's mostly into reggae music. And he listens to hip hop too, but he's mostly into reggae music. But he's seen potential in Wyze, and he's like, "Yo, man, my brother, he's a rapper. Let him listen to you." And I heard him out. I'm like, "Wow, man, you sound dope. Pull up your pants, though, bro, and stop whacking wild in the streets." And you know what's the fucking funny thing about the shit? We were doing it, and he's still wilding in the fucking street. Even though I told him not to do it, and he's still doing it.
I know.
We got some wild ass stories back then.
Real,
up at his
too
mom's
much.
crib. Oh man, it's too much, bro.
Yeah, I swear, man. I had to call. My mom's crib was like fucking Studio 54, man. I swear to God, it was like on a Friday night, people would pull by my street just to see what was popping. Like you know how you would pull up at the bar or go somewhere to see what's popping. They would pull.
That was your place. Your mom's
place. Was go. You know, oh, my mom's hating me, bro. Oh, goddamn! Like when I had my firstborn, then I smartened up. But it's like, damn, man. I swear, I love my mom to death for what she put up with, man. It's crazy, man.
I used to sleep on his mom's couch, man. Passed out. Yeah.
Motherfuckers, it was like a revolving door, man. And I'm not even saying this to gloat about it because it's not something to gloat about. It's like it's wild thinking back at how I really was. You know what I'm saying? Like motherfuckers, my garage was like we put the TVs in the garage couches. Motherfuckers was just smoking blunts and niggas would just pull up. You know what I mean? I was knock on the door and people would just be coming in, chilling and shit. You know, it was crazy, man.
Like, he was wild, man. He was wild,
man. It's crazy.
Wild.
No more of that though, you know. subtle.
Okay.
He just wilding us a little bit.
Yeah, just a little. Only on the weekend, you know.
Yeah. Now, did both of you have any previous names, MC names back then?
No, mine was just Dante, man.
Yeah. No, mine was just same Wyze Wonda. But man, just call me Wyze, but then I put the Wonda on it, you know, to be like, Wonda, you know what I mean? So yeah. You know what I mean?
And how did both names come to be?
I took the A out of his name, man.
Yeah, he took the A out of his name.
Actually, you know what? No, true story. So, there's this guy that I know down here named DJ Low Key. He's a DJ, right? And he's like, "Yo, why don't you take the A out of your name and just put DNTE?" And he showed it to me on the screen. And I'm like, "Shit, that looks different. Looks dope."
Yep.
I said, "All right, let's just run it." And then that's what happened. Creative genius, DJ Low Key, man. Shout out to him, bro.
For real. Shout out Low Key. I mean, and even for mine, like I was always like a wise person. Like people would come to me for advice and stuff like that. Like, like you know, and I can say that's one thing I got from my mom. And my mom was like the hood doctor because she worked in medicine. And so like if anything was going on with anybody, they'd be like, "Yo," they call me up like, "Yo, why? Yo, let me talk to your mom." You know what I mean? My mom would be giving people advice on everything and shit like that. And it's like she kind of passed down that knowledge to me, and I would always be able to talk to my homies, you know, talk to my homegirls, whatever. I could give a lot of knowledge to anybody who was going through shit or whatever. Cause I've been through a lot of shit myself, you know. So I always consider myself like a wise person, you know what I mean? So like wise just fit. So that's pretty much the way it came about.
Okay.
You got a lot of vinyl back there, man. What kind of vinyl you got back there?
Oh, thanks. That's that's a small amount. You know, I've been working on this little area right now, so I got my turntables in the mixer right now, but I still got stuff in my parents' attic, and I got some in storage as well too. So,
oh shit!
So I got a little mix of old and new stuff over there. I got, you know, hip hop. I got reggae, calypso, some soul and funk from in the past.
Oh, that's dope. That's real dope.
I've
been trying to set my vinyl game up, man. I got like 5. You're gonna have to let me borrow the doubles. If you got any doubles, man, just send them to Toronto, man. I need vinyls. You got a lot of Dante got a lot of vinyls too, man.
I got a shitload of vinyls over there.
You got a shitload of vinyls.
Yeah. I've been listening to a lot of Ethiopian jazz music though lately.
Okay.
Ethiopian jazz is like, it's ridiculous, man. The sounds, the sonic sounds of it is it's crazy. Yeah, man.
Gotta check that out.
Yeah, Ethiopian jazz is good.
Because I know for a while I was listening to a lot of like the Nigerian rock.
Oh fuck!
Nigerian rock is good. Like progressive rock, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. See, you got a good ear, bro. Well, you know, obviously he likes our music, so
you know,
yeah.
That comes from the elders. You know, they listen to a lot of music, you know, growing up, and then I got into DJing because of my uncle. He was the one that I saw as a child, you know, growing up DJing, and his older brother also DJed as well. But my uncle GC, shout him out. He's the one that, you know, I saw DJing, and one day he had his equipment was always at my grandmother's house, in a little ass room, you know, records up there. He had my pop's old reel to reel in there and everything, and one day his equipment, it wasn't hooked up, no cables or anything, and I went in there, you know, messing around, and he came in there and he saw, you know, I had the turntables and the mixer and the amp hooked up and everything. Right. He was like, okay, so you know from there, yeah.
That's the real DJing era. Turntables, mixer, and amp. Not this Serato shit, you know what I mean? You got your 212s right there. You doing your thing, you know?
Right. Yeah,
I feel you.
Yeah, man.
I used to DJ back in the day too, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me and my 2 boys, they're like my brothers too. You know, one of them, he still DJs right now. His name's DJ Too Nice. Shout out to him. And my big brother Chef. We all had 3 of us, a little DJ group and shit like that called Child's Play. We used to do our thing, you know, carrying the crates and stuff like that.
Yep. That's how I was talking.
Yeah, those are the real DJ eras, man. You know.
That's dope.
Yeah, you still DJing now?
Just you know, for fun right now. You know,
yeah.
Not doing any gigs or anything like that.
Yeah, for sure.
I keep myself, pretty occupied with a lot of things, and when you have too many hobbies, then you gotta balance out which ones you really want to do. So
Yeah, for sure,
but,
for sure.
But always with the music, music's part of my life. So
Yeah,
Straight up, man.
it's what's up.
I know, bro. I gotta eat shit, breathe music, man. Every single day, bro.
100%.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. When
I'm in
I get up,
school every day.
I was gonna say when I get up and do my morning routine, get my mind and my physical right, I listen to jazz music.
Got
Yeah,
you, man. It's
I love
smooth.
jazz.
You know what else I like? Ska. You ever heard of ska?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Ska. Yeah, man. Ska's dope.
What's
Dope,
that?
dope.
That's not a style of music.
It's like yeah, it's like some old school like reggae music from back in the day.
Mm.
And there's a group. What's that group? Gwen Stefani. She was in a group. What's that group called
Oh
again?
yeah. I know you're talking about.
Yeah, they do
Yeah.
ska. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I get what you're saying.
Ska's sick.
Now being that Toronto is such a big city for many from the islands, tell us how it is now and back then coming up, how the music was that you were hearing.
Back then, shit, man. Back then, I was only listening to like hip hop, man, like Big Daddy Kane and EPMD. And, I can keep going on and on and on to the '90s when the Tribe Called Quest came in, the Jungle Brothers and shit.
Mm.
Music's changed too. So I remember it went to the dancing when people used to dance all the time.
Uh-huh.
Like Big Daddy Kane and Redhead Kingpin, and I can keep going, right?
Yeah.
Then it went to a point where it was like was it MC Hammer that came after that? Or was it Native Tongues? Something like that. I don't know who came before, MC Hammer or Native Tongues. I don't know. I think it was MC Hammer. He was doing the dancing still, and then Native Tongues came in, and then I remember they used to do like a lot of they used to mix house music with hip
House
hop,
music. Yep. Mm-hmm.
combine it together. That shit was dope. And then
I remember
90s
that.
came, when Mobb Deep and Wu-Tang Clan came, and this
Yeah.
boot camp click. I remember me with my baggy jeans, Tim boots, and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, times changed though in this hip hop scene, man. Now they got like trap music, so everything's like changing and evolving, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've seen a lot, bro.
Yeah,
I've seen a lot, man.
I started in hip hop from the '90s, man. Straight like you said, Mobb Deep, Wu, Boot Camp, Dead Prez.
Okay.
Like, no, they really impacted my whole music career. Like Mobb Deep, Murder Music, that was the album. That was like in our high school they had a jukebox, and they had freaking Mobb Deep in the jukebox when Murder Music just came out. Yo, so me and his brother, the whole section, we'd all just be playing dominoes all day. Nobody would go to class. We would have that album on repeat. All the white people would be all mad and shit like that. Yo, it was crazy. Like Mobb Deep, for me personally, and music, like that, like it was like a whole era. Like that, especially that album for me personally, it just changed everything. I remember when the Quiet Storm video came out and P put his do-rag to the side and stuff like that. Like that created a whole era. Ghostface with the two-piece do-rags and stuff, like matching the wallabies and shit. Like yeah, that for me, definitely Mob and Wu, and Boot Camp Click too. Boot Camp Click for real.
Yeah, I'm a big Boot Camp Click fan.
Yeah,
those are good times though.
Yeah, for real.
Very good times.
Very good times.
Especially for you. Jay with the Damager. Fucking
yeah, right. Yeah.
What's that group called, man? DJ Premier did the Living Proof. Who did that record?
Yeah, Living Proof. Isn't that the group? They're called Living Proof, no?
No, that was a
song.
Song, yeah.
Song.
You talking
Yeah.
about what Little Dap and Nutcracker? No,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You hear the beats on that shit?
Yeah.
Sick.
Oh man, Premier
Yo, you
killed
guys
that.
remember Deadly Venoms? You remember those girls? It was a
Yep.
girl group.
Yep.
Yeah,
From Woo.
yeah.
They branched off of Woo. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Sons of
remember that.
Man. Sons of Man was sick too.
Sons of Man was good too.
Yeah.
Then they had that Jiggy era too, with Mace and
Yeah.
Puff,
I was literally gonna say that. Yeah.
Jay-Z, and that Jiggy era, man. That was alright.
I mean, that did a lot for hip hop too. You know what I mean? It's like every era had its like little time. You know what I mean? Especially with the Jiggy era, that's when the clubs was like, it was more like, girls was really in there bopping the hip hop in the Jiggy era. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't just the man them mosh pitting or some shit like that. Yeah.
Man, I like when the girls listen to hardcore music, bro.
Yeah.
Like back in the day, they were in the big bamboo earrings and shit.
Yeah.
And they listened to that hardcore shit, man. They loved it.
You can't forget the Dipset era when Dipset came. Listen, man, had some pure girls bumping Dipset, man. We'd be rolling around the block, all the girls bumping Dipset, bro. Diplomatic Immunity, that album was on rinse. Like, oh man, trust me, pure Barbies bumping that shit. You know what I'm saying? Telling you, good times, bro.
Oh yeah.
That's good to hear. As we speaking about boot camp, click on tonight in New York, they're having a celebration for Sean Price, Ruck from Helter Skelter.
Oh shit!
Right. Yeah.
That's
sick.
Because today's the anniversary of his passing and everything.
Yeah.
So they do this every year now.
That's
sick.
dope.
Yeah, that's dope, man.
That's what I gotta love about New York, man. The amount of people that have come from New York to bring, hip hop to like a worldwide level. Like, you guys must be going on every day of the week out there. Like, you know what I'm saying? In every hood, every borough, like crazy. Like,
it was created in New York, though, bro.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, I think it was I don't know, man. Kool Herc, maybe.
Yep.
Maybe. I think it was Kool Herc that created it, man.
Okay.
Yeah. Hip hop, man. I love that shit. I love fucking hip hop. I love creating hip hop music.
Yeah.
I love writing. I love watching different things. That's why I like to go on vacay, so I can watch a whole bunch of different shit.
And
then let the pens just start rolling, right?
Okay.
And then go back into my past experience of all the bullshit I went through and just put it out into the music.
Mesh it together. Yep.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Like when you listen to Cinematic Murder, I just try to be like, get some different sounds, just unique different sounds, right? At first, I thought Wyze didn't like the shit. When I started making beats at first, Wyze look at me and like, the fuck is that, bruh?
Sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes.
Yeah. I'm like, trust me, it's gonna work. He's like, no, it's not gonna work. And then I gradually just kept on going at it, and then now he's like, yo, I like that. And I'm like, yeah. I'm on one right now.
You know what? One thing is he took my advice. I told him, like, when he first started making the beats, like, I respect this about him. He liked his own, he has his own lane. And, he was going down his own lane, doing his own style, and which I appreciated. And I think that's what makes me and him work very well, is because we critique each other to the fullest. Like, there's no babying. There's no like, I'm not gonna tell him I like something just because he's my brother. Like, no, I'm like, yo, bro,
I got you.
No.
Yeah.
And one thing I remember I was like, yo, speed up the BPMs. Let's make it knock, but speed it up. And then once he started to listen to me, I could see the samples that he was using and the drums that he was using. It was a wrap. I was like, bro, like, this guy's like doing some like hood Kanye shit. Like, like the fact that he can spit at the level that he can, and now his beats are like up there too. Like, I'm like, bro, like, you're doing your thing, man, for real. Like, and I just never had it. I could never sit there. He would try to show me like to make beats, and I just be like, fuck, man, this is too much for me. I can't do it. Like, I would get so frustrated. I just don't have the ear. I just don't think I have the ear for it. Like, I just can't sit there but I can sit back and, do this, do that. But I can't sit there with the thing and do it. But he got it on point, man. I'm telling you. And and for me, it's crazy to see because I know him from when he didn't make beats, and now that he does, it's like, fuck, bro. Like, the upgrade is real, man. The upgrade is
You
real.
know why I started making beats? Because I'd ask for like producers, send me some beats and shit. They didn't send me any beats. Some of them did, some of them didn't, right? And then I'm like, fuck, man. I'm gonna start making my own shit. Speed up the process,
Necessity, yep.
Yeah, man. And that's what happened, bro.
Bro.
Like Cinematic Murder took like 3 years to make because I was still learning how to make the beats. And then I started making my own studio, put my studio together. And then I got into an accident, cracked my ribs. Then I had to take like a 6-month hiatus and shit. Went back to it. And then now it's like, it's rolling now, bro. It's a long process, man. It's finally here.
Man, good work takes some time, Yeah.
You
can't rush good work.
That's true.
Yeah.
You got to respect how you went about doing that, too, because you didn't just start producing and then continuously put your work out there like that. You took the time. And also, this was your Cinematic Murder is your baby. So make sure it was done right.
Yeah, definitely.
My little baby right there, man. It took some time, I remember the doctor told me, "Oh, just relax." When I cracked my ribs, like, just relax, don't drink for like 3-4 months. Next week, I went back to the fucking drinking because I need the alcohol and the weed just to make the beats, bro. I gotta get back into it. That's what it is. Thank God I'm still alive right now. But going to the gym work, it's good too, man. You gotta stay healthy, eat right, and go to the gym.
Indeed.
100%. You ever MC or anything like that?
Me, no. I'm good. I would say throughout all my years of school, I got good at writing, but I never tried to MC. But I do have something that I wrote, and I'll send it to y'all and see what you think. It's something I did a long time ago.
Yeah,
I've always enjoyed storytelling, but that deals with in a way of mental health and what we go through in life.
Okay.
I'll send it to you.
Yeah, for sure. Send that, man.
Yeah, true indeed, man. Mental health is real, though, bro.
What?
It's real.
Yep.
Yeah. Like, there's a lot of
pandemic. You really seen it on, full fledged, man. What people going through, man. It's crazy, man.
I mean,
and I can't even lie. Like, I used to like downplay mental health, and I'll be that honest. But as a person who's gone through it myself, like, it is a real thing. It is definitely something that people are going through, and they need to be like, it needs to be talked about more, and people need to address it. If they're going through it, they need to really sit down, address it, speak to somebody. I never used to be a believer in like, speaking to somebody else about your problems. I always felt like, if you can't get through it yourself, you gotta learn to deal with it with yourself. And I even teach this to my kids, but at the same time, I've realized now, like, sometimes people can't get through it themselves. They need like a third party or somebody to speak about their feelings and their mental health and all that. Like, it's a real thing. 100%. It's not.
Yeah, it's definitely how we grew up in the hood.
Yeah.
As boys and as men, we weren't taught to speak about our feelings like that.
Yeah, real talk.
Yeah, we were taught to shut up.
Yeah,
don't say nothing. Yeah.
Keep suck it up.
Yeah, and just keep going. Yeah.
Yep.
Something happened, suck it up.
Suck it up.
Life is like that, man. Just suck it up.
Yep.
So it's, there's one time I was supposed to see a psychiatrist about that mental health issue, and I said, fuck a psychiatrist. I ain't gonna tell them shit. What are they gonna do for me?
Exactly what I said. Same. What are they gonna do for me that I can't do for myself? That's the mentality I had,
Yeah.
Fuck.
Like, that's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, have someone to talk to, but usually let it be home based. Let it be someone, you know, that you've known, that you can actually speak with, and they're going to give an honest opinion, not someone that, you know, is always just being paid to, you know, do this.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Yeah,
how me and
somebody
Wise
that
came.
will actually really care. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, you're not saying somebody that getting paid won't care, but you know, it kind of gets
It's
a little
different.
generic. Like, you know,
Yeah.
like you're just like, oh, okay, what's the da, 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 da. Okay, this is how you should do it. It's like some textbook shit, and like
Hmm.
not everybody resonates with that. You know?
Exactly.
Mhm.
Mm.
Yep.
Funny, bro.
Mm.
I remember one time this guy is like, "Yo, I want you to." He's like, "Do you rap?" And I said, "No, I don't rap." It was like years ago, like many years ago. And like he's like, "I want you to rap, man. Write down a verse for me and shit." Right? I wrote down some Mickey Mouse fucking rhymes and shit. Went to the studio. I was whack as shit in the studio, like whack. And I felt bad for myself too, man. And I'm like, yo, I can't do this shit. I want to stay on the streets and do whatever I got to do on the streets and just like go and make fucking money and fuck the rapid and shit.
Hmm.
And then I don't know, man. One day I just said, you know what? No, I got pinched. And when I got pinched, I sat down and I said, okay, fuck. What am I gonna do? I started like just writing, just kept on writing, putting words together, putting words together, and then that was that, man. It's a good experience though, bro. Yeah, man. It helped me a lot though with the mental. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
That's good. That's
Hmm.
good. You know, one of those questions that people always say is, could you, if you could go back in time, is there anything that you would want to change? And everything is a learning experience.
Hmm.
I mean, you might not be where you are because of certain negative things that have happened to you in your life. So everything is, you know, everything is learning. I mean, people push on education, but a lot that you learn throughout life is not in the classroom. It's not sitting at a desk.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
Right.
Hands
Yo,
on learning.
you guys should watch this movie called Captain Fantastic. I seen this movie yesterday. It's
Captain
talking about,
Fantastic.
yeah,
Mm,
this dude. He got like I think 6 kids, and he homeschooled them. And these kids are so fucking intelligent, bro. Like so intelligent, but they don't know anything else about the real world, right?
mm,
So it's just like you need kind of both. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
The school
right.
thing and the other side. You bring that shit
You need the
together, you'll
yeah,
be all right.
you need
You
the
know?
books plus the experience. You know.
Yeah,
Like they say, book smart and street smart.
Yeah,
right.
for real.
You need that, man.
Yeah, you need
You
it
need that. I believe that.
most
I believe
definitely.
that.
Yeah, when my oldest was younger, I think he was probably between like 4 and 5. So during the summer when he was out of school, I was able to bring him to work because he wasn't one of those rambunctious kids that would be running around being all loud and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I was able to teach him ahead of time. You know, when you're in certain places, this is how you can be, and you can
Hmm.
still go and do what you want to do. And you know, he was cool. You know, a lot of I still work, you know, for the, you know, for the government 911 communications, and there's some employees that are still there that remember how my son was back then.
Yeah.
Right.
Crazy. But
That's
it's
crazy.
crazy. Like the era that we know about and how we raised our kids. It's like so there's a difference with these new school kids, man. These new school kids, you can't bring these new school kids to work. They be running up and down and this and that. Like, shout out to my little baby. Like, I love her, but yeah, right. That kid, you put her on the floor, she's gone, running up and down. You know what I mean? There's no
Yeah.
telling her stop, move, sit down. Like, no, yeah, me. My mom said, "Don't move." I'll stand in that corner all for hours until she says, "Move."
Mm,
You know, for
yeah,
real.
Yeah.
We're raised. We're definitely from a different class. Like
yeah,
it's crazy, yo.
yeah.
For real.
Nah, bro. I didn't listen to shit, B. My brother would tell you, bro. I didn't listen to shit. Like I didn't listen. Period. Like,
Two light skinned kids, man. That's it. It's light skinned kids.
period, man. I just
For real.
love being outside, bro.
Yeah, for real.
Basketball, like, everything. I just love being outside. I don't listen to shit. In school, I quit school. Like, I can't do it.
Yeah,
I
bro.
can't process the teacher telling me what to do. I just can't do it. I'm like, why
Yeah,
you telling me?
I feel you.
Like my son Milano, he's going to school now. He doesn't raise his hand to take a piss. He just walks out. And the teacher's like, where you going? He's, I'm gonna go pee. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, the
He's
apple
funny,
doesn't
man.
fall too far from the
Yeah.
Oh man. Kids, bro. You
Shout
gotta
out
love
Milano. Shout out Milano.
them.
My little boy, man.
You gotta love them, man.
Yeah. The reason I was also bringing up when I was taking my son to school is because traveling on the subway, I would just point, certain things out to him, how to navigate, because he picked up very well on reading the map and knowing how to get around, even though we didn't take every single train in the city, but he understood the map and, the different boroughs and everything. So they got to a point where summertime, got a lot of tourists in the city. Come ask me a question, and my little son's over there giving them the answer.
Oh, that's it. That's dope.
That's dope.
That's real dope. That's real dope.
Good, man. How old is your son?
Now he's 17. He'll be a senior in high school.
Okay, sick.
That's good, man.
That's how you know you did something good, man. You doing well, bro.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
That's good,
Yeah.
man. Gotta feed the seeds, man. Let them gain the knowledge,
Yeah, knowledge is power, man. For real. That's real dope. You got how many? You only got how many? You got 2 kids?
I got 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
My youngest is 11.
Oh, okay, cool. Shout out to them.
Yeah, I got an older daughter too, man.
Yeah, me too, man. Got an 18-year-old daughter, man. Trust me. So
kids are growing up.
Yeah.
I started early, bro.
You say, oh, okay.
I got a 25-year-old daughter. I started early.
Yeah. Same.
Early.
These kids are a different breed, man. I'm telling you, man. My daughter, I love her. That's my queen. But she is like, it's like she's like me, but not me. Like she's so hard-headed, but I love it at the fact that she is very driven, like she's very artistic. It's crazy. Like I wish I had she paints like she's
that's great.
Like superstar, like the painting like Dante got back there, like she's like dope like that, like she's really good, man. And it's like it's crazy to watch like your kids do like artistic things as well. And she used to sing when she was younger too, but I guess she just didn't really she didn't hold it by the throat like I wish she would have. But she used to play guitar, she used to do all these things, and she's just like, it's crazy, like what you do can just rub off on your kids, and they're very like, watch them, it's like they're artistic too, you know what I mean? It's one thing that I can say is like, wow, it's like it's crazy, because I used to draw when I was younger, but I was really into comic books. So I used to like draw like Marvel comics but make my own little things, and like I still have my drawings to this day. And I remember I was showing her because she didn't believe that I could draw, and I was just like, look,
you didn't show me that shit though. I want to see that.
Yeah, I'll show you. I got it. I'm not gonna front. It's dope. It's dope. I'm gonna pat myself on the back. I gotta find it. I swear, if I had it on deck, I'd show you guys right now. I'll be like, yo, you guys wouldn't believe that I did this shit, but it's crazy to see her now freehand, and she's even 10 times better than me. And she I never painted, but she is like, it's crazy. Like Dante has where he's at. One of this girl that we know, I met her through Dante. She has her own gallery, and she had one of my daughter's paintings in the gallery, put it up there, which was like crazy. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I can't lie, I shed a tear that day, just to see it, showing my daughter, yo, this is where you could be, your work is that good, she painted a picture of Frank Ocean. It was fucking cool, man. It was a dope ass picture, man. Real talk.
It's really good.
Yeah. That's dope.
Really, really good.
Yeah, for real, man.
That painting behind you, Dante, that's the Crystal Pianos cover, right?
Yeah, that's the Crystal Piano's album, man.
Yeah,
That's another dope album, though.
yeah, for real.
That was
for real.
special.
Yeah,
Had a lot of producers
That's
down there, a lot of MCs down there. It was a special album, man.
yeah.
One of my favorite.
That's one of my
albums.
faves, man. That's one of my faves, man. For real.
That
And-
one and
and-
Grandizer is my other favorite album.
Yeah.
That's the one with your son on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
There we go. There we
Thing
go.
right there, man. That was a good album too, man.
Yeah, that's just dope, man.
I
Made a
gotta
lot
That's
of
when
say,
you really started getting into the beats. That's when you were
Yeah.
like really like on your
And
way with making the beats and stuff, you know?
Mhm.
I'm
Mhm.
glad you said that because the track on Crystal Pianos, MK Ultra, that's Dante's production, and
Yeah.
that joint right there is fire.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
thank you, man. That's when I just started too, man.
Yeah, that's when he
That
just
was
started.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. MK
That was one of the
Ultra.
first beats, right?
Yeah,
Where
yeah,
you were
yeah.
like, yeah, I'm gonna roll with these ones and push them out, you know?
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm. Yeah, yeah.
MK Ultra.
And then Grandizer came out,
Yeah.
and you know who's a dope producer, man? Anaje Jordan.
Ah, yes.
I
He
wanna
did the
send a
African
shout out to
Medallions
him.
album with you.
African Medallions album is dope. It's a classic. I know it's like, it didn't get to where it got to go, but like when people listen back to it, they're like, yo, man,
Yep.
that's a dope ass album, bro.
Yeah, shit was
We're the
dope.
underrated kings in this bitch here, bro.
Mm.
You know?
Shout out to the album. Shout out
Right?
to the Famous Pack.
Exactly.
Yo, we used to have a group, Famous Pack. Shout out to
Mhm.
Dallas, man. Shout out to Dallas, man.
Yeah, man. That was
dope,
good.
man.
That was a good album. Poet Designer is a dope album too.
Mhm.
Shout out to DRK. He did all of that.
Yep.
Dope producer. You know, Maestro Fresh West in Toronto. You ever
Yes,
heard of him?
absolutely. Yes, I do. And you know why I've heard of him? Who else was around that time that I think I remember? I think it was Michi Me, if I remember correctly.
Mhm.
Like after I
Michi
started
Me.
listening to her, that's when I started discovering more artists from Toronto.
Mhm.
She's from my old turf, man. Jaden Finch, man. We birthed like, MCs and street niggas. Yeah,
Real.
man. So Maestro's dancer used to be DRK. DRK used to dance for Maestro. So if you watch a Maestro Fresh West video, you see DRK dancing. This
Okay.
homie, Black Eye, rest in peace, Black Eye.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Real.
man.
RIP.
And then what was after Grandizer? I think Wise came up with Fastlane 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was dope.
Yeah,
Dope.
And that was a long in the making too. I was very indecisive with it. I kept going back and forth. I took tracks off, put tracks on, and he got at me too. He's just like, bro, like, let's go. Like, what are you doing? And I'm like, all right, knuckle down. Said, let's. I think I was just like, it was my first one. I'm looking at him. He had like 6 joints out there, and I'm like trying to get my first one in, and and I'm like, yo, man, I just want it to be good, and it's like, fuck it, just put it out, and I'm happy, man. The response was crazy, like, you know what I mean? Like, I really like it. Really like shed some light on like, shit, man, I'm doing my thing. You know what I mean? It was like, it's crazy. It was good. Fastlane 2 in the works, almost done. So
Nice.
like, yeah,
Oh man, Fastlane 2 is bananas, bro.
The way this is my cinematic murder, 100%. Like, I'm very, very happy with this. Like, so like, I'm excited. I'm very excited. He produced a lot of joints on the album too.
I was just about to exit.
Yeah.
Into the whole thing.
Yeah, and we got an album. We got a lot of joints that we're gonna be doing together that he's producing. I'm gonna take a little nudge and some co-producing. I got some ideas and stuff like that. But we got a collaboration called House of Sin, where we produce all the beats, and that's coming soon too. And that's just wild. We recorded most of it, so it's like it's in the works. So like, yeah, man, we got a lot of stuff, man. There's so much. He's working on a lot of stuff. I'm working on a lot of stuff. Like, keep him busy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we gotta I got an album coming out called Japanese Death Race, and that shit is
This
fire,
sounds crazy.
fire, 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 fire,
Who's that?
fire,
That's
fire.
with Cedar Laws, right?
No, Cedar Laws made a beat on there. I got Ace on Eastwood on there. I got
Okay. Dope,
Flood on
dope.
there. I got Rob P on there. I got
Mm-hmm.
Wise Wonder. I got Tony Boy on there.
Yeah, shout out Tony Boy.
It's bananas, man. It's
Yeah, this
crazy.
one's dope.
Shout out Exquisite Dope Records. My boy Davino, he gave me the inspiration. We're working together, and we're gonna put out Japanese Death Race. And then we got me, Wise, and my homie Bozak Morris. You know Bozak Morris?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. We got a
Bop,
group,
shout out Bozak. You already
we
know.
got a group called Leola. And let me tell you, when that shit drops, bro.
So that's all I gotta say, bro.
Bozak did some beats, man.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Honestly, I wish we documented that making of that album, because I'm
Mhm.
telling you, the way that we made that album, people need to see. Like,
Yeah.
if you want to see craftsmanship at its finest, and I'm not even bullshitting. Like every beat, Bozak would be like, all right, cool. We go in the city, we have a studio session.
Uh-huh.
Bozak run the beat, we would write to it, record same time. There's no take the beat home, sitting with it for a week. Everything was on site. Every single track on that album you listen to, we wrote right. We heard the beat the same time.
That's dope.
Right there.
And he played like, he didn't give us like beatless shit. This nigga like Bozak just dropped some
Made
beats
it right there.
Yeah.
No, he didn't make them right there. He had them loaded up already, right?
Oh,
But
okay.
his beats, man, it talked to us, bro. This shit was like crazy.
That was crazy. I love the making of that album. Like to record in that way, it was like pressure, but it was like I could see it bring the best out of me and him. Like we were just like, whoa, like both of us. I don't know what he's writing. He don't know what I'm writing. Like he will drop his verse, and I'm like, holy shit, let me get back to my shit. Like, let me switch it up. Like, and then I would do the same thing, and he'd be like, oh fuck, for real, that's where you're going with this? I was like, oh man, it was wild. I really appreciate that. Like that was like, it was very, I've never recorded like that before. Like, like obviously we can go in the booth, right, pop it off right there. It was real professional shit. Like, it felt very professional. Like, and it's funny, man. There were other people. Remember your homeboy, one of his homies came down from Montreal. I remember when he was there, and we were recording a joint. He was like, "Holy shit!" Like, yo, that's
shout
how you
out
guys
Frenchie from Montreal, man. Frenchie Blanco,
out, man. He's cool. He's cool, man.
That's my boy right there, man.
That was some cool shit, man. We did that shit up dope. Yeah. What is album? Get It Out the Mud. Is that what we're calling it?
Yeah, I think so.
Out the mud. Out the mud.
Yeah,
that's what it's gonna be called, man. Yeah. Shout out Leola, man. That's
Bozak, man. Bozak Morris, shout him out. He's incredible.
Shout out Bozak Morris.
Yeah,
his beats on this album are his beats are crazy.
Mm-hmm.
The production on this is dope, man. It's so fire. It's so fire.
That's fire.
Very dope. We got a lot of dope artists in Toronto, man. Like, and dope producers.
Always.
Fucking Future Waves, dope. Like, we got dope MCs like Che Uno, Ason. Like, there's so many. There's so many, man. It's just crazy. I like how Toronto is right now. Like, we're actually growing right now. Like, people are actually like looking. It's not just Drake no more. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So what they saying about the Drake and Kendrick beef out there in the boroughs? It's okay. You can be honest. Drake doesn't represent all of Toronto. He doesn't. You know what I mean? How do you feel about that?
Hip hop is come off of expression and competition. So beef is always going to be there. And being able that they went back and forth on songs, I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
But I still think at the end of the day, Kendrick still got him.
Yeah, I feel you.
And it's crazy now because sometimes I hear that when in Toronto, when they play Drake, at times I'm hearing that they actually booing him.
For real.
Is that what I
haven't heard it personally.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I heard about that.
For real,
I
eh?
think you're doing
Oh,
him
man.
right now.
Crazy.
You
That's
know.
wild. That's wild. I'm not
You
gonna
know.
lie, man. It hurt. Yo, Kendrick, he's that was like an atomic bomb. Like, and I didn't even realize if you listen to it. Dante told me the Not Like Us. Yo, I think they not even I think they sampled Ether and
I seen that.
sped it up.
But you know what? I seen another something else on YouTube, and the producer, what's his name, DJ Mustard. He said he didn't do
Yeah.
it.
Oh, he said he didn't do it.
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. I seen the videos, but
You know
somebody
how
was
these
saying that.
YouTubers are, man. They're like, oh,
Yeah,
he
you
sped
know.
up Ether, and you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Nah, man,
okay.
he didn't do it, bro.
Because like fuck that
He didn't do
I can't that song even with the video the way that he thought about the things and oh man it's just like fuck that's what I thought Drake was gonna do. I thought he was gonna make an anthem that could run and
Mhm.
fuck Kendrick did it, man. Like
Yeah,
that
very
was like the nail in the coffin. Like he was just like
strategic, man. It was so
yeah
strategic. And then he had the pop up.
yeah
Mm.
that's what ended
That
it.
just put it. It was
Right
done after
there.
that.
Yeah.
Done after that.
You telling me
Right.
this man's having Bloods and Crips on the same stage at one time? Everybody in LA on the stage. I was like, bro, when you see Russell Westbrook dancing, I was like, yo, it's over. Over. I
Man,
don't know, man.
I still believe in my Toronto nigga Drake, man. Let him come back and do his shit, man.
Drake,
No.
in Drake's mind, he's like, I'll win the war, but this battle, he
Sometimes, bruh, sometimes people go Jordan Poole and then
yeah,
you know?
right. That's a moment. That's a Jordan Poole moment. Straight
Yeah.
up.
Mm.
Straight up.
Mhm.
Man, I gotta say, being that the two of you, you talking about Fast Lane 2. What I really enjoy is hearing the two of you on the same track and how well y'all vibe together.
Mm-hmm.
But
Bruh.
I gotta say, on the track Frozen Blade,
Yeah.
the story and how the two of you intertwine,
Yeah.
you really gave off the Ray and Ghost vibe to me.
Appreciate
And it was dope. It was really dope.
Man.
Yeah.
That
Appreciate
shit was
that.
crazy. I
Yeah.
made that beat, and I made that beat off of SP404, right? And I'm like, I don't think Wise is gonna like it. But I did my verse on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, fuck, I don't think Wise is gonna like this shit. So Wise came over to the crib. And when Wise comes over to the crib, he likes to fix himself up, go to my fridge, grab like, liquor and water and whatever. Nigga bringing some food and shit. Then he's relaxed, and I played the joint. He got up out of the chair. He's like, "What the fuck is that, bro?" Yeah, you like that
Let's
shit,
go. Yeah.
Huh?
As soon as I hear that shit, I was penning it right there, bro. Like that shit.
Man.
That beat is wild.
Frozen Blades.
I like that type of shit. Like, you know what I mean? The different type of beats and stuff. I love that stuff, man. I love that. That gets my mind working. Like, if you can get me out my seat, trust me, you gonna get me in the booth, 100%. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I remember when we did Mistress Necklace. Remember that joint?
Yeah.
Back to back.
No, back to back and shit.
Crazy.
Shout out that we're working on a video for that too, man. So
Dope.
we posted. Yeah, we got some shit in the works, man.
Did some storytelling, man.
Yeah, I love storytelling. Y'all definitely dope at that. But
yeah,
Dante, I mean, throughout your catalog, you displayed this so much. So I want to know, what was one of your inspirations? Artists coming up with storytelling, or was it just from life?
It's just life, man.
Okay.
Just like Slick Rick and shit. It was dope. Slick Rick was a good storyteller. Ghostface was a good storyteller.
Mm-hmm.
I used to sound like Ghostface back in the day, man.
Yeah. He really did, man. I swear, he really did.
Like early
people
Ghost.
used to be like, yo, that guy, yo, who's your boy? He sounds like Ghost. I'm like, Dante, talk about that. Yeah,
man. Yeah. But
and the way you guys would rap, like Ghost would say like the wildest shit, and like you do that sometimes too. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
there's only certain artists that I've ever listened to where I've had to rewind back to really catch what, like, he can do things that's gone over my head, and I'm like, holy shit. I take in the verse like a second or third time, and I'm like, oh shit, that's what you were saying. Like, yo, you know,
that's the
Ghost is sick for that. Yeah. But yo,
yeah,
you're
that's the
sick,
herb
man.
rocket right there, bro.
You're
Yeah,
really
man,
sick with that, man. I'm telling you.
bro. It's just, once the weed get into your system, the storytelling just, the
Yeah,
creativity
yeah,
opens up, man, and
yeah,
that's it. You just keep going, and it's about true life too. Like, we ain't talking shit. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
real shit. There ain't no capping, bro. Real
Nah,
talk.
man. Nah,
That's
man.
fact. Everything's facts, bro. You know, you can
Mhm.
story check anything, man, and I'll say it. And that's one thing. I mean, yeah, music, hip hop is entertainment. I get it, but I think what separates artists from other artists is the truth. Like, you know what I mean. A lot, like, you can make the truth sound cool, like, or not cool, but like, you know what I mean. What I'm trying to say, like, dress it up or make it sound
Right.
more
Mm-hmm.
da, da, da. But a lot of it is factual. I think the hip hop artists that I've grown to love, like, they always spoke about what was going on in their life, factual stuff, and education at the same time. Because, like, there's a lot of things you learn in the hood. There's a lot of things you learn from the struggle, and
Yep.
you put that into a positive aspect in life, and then it makes you a better human being. You know what I mean? You can talk about drugs, sex, and all that shit. You can, but like, if you don't put lessons in your music as well, then you know what I mean. What are you really doing? Like, you're just making music. You know what I mean?
Wyze Wonda got war wounds from back in the streets, bro.
Yeah,
War.
for real.
Mm.
Yeah,
When he
literally.
went to jail, he didn't tell me. I had to find out from his mom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fucked
Wow.
up.
why didn't tell me shit? Yeah,
Yeah.
he'll find out from his mom. Then when he
Did a
came
little
out of jail,
bit, and I learned a lot from that. Like, bro, I told my daughter I was on tour in the US. And
that's what you told your daughter. I didn't know that.
I was on tour.
Oh
And
man,
every time I spoke to
that's
her on the
funny.
phone, I would pick up. I'm like, yo, I was just in this
Uh,
city, da, 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 you know what I mean? And it was just like, fuck, it was crazy, man. Like,
that's
and like
funny,
what I
man.
learned from there, and it's like I met some like good people, man. You know what I mean? Like, shout out my boy Face, man. Like CEO Face. That was my celly, like, for my major part of my bid, and that he's in music too. He's from
Mm-hmm.
Saga, and that's my dude. Like, we became very close, and we learned a lot about each other. And it's like, when you're in that type of environment, and it's like a dog eat world, and like, you realize how much of freedom really matters. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we can be out here running around. I got so much homies doing all kinds of stupidness and doing this, and it really gave me a voice when I came back out and I'm on the streets. I'm like, buddy, don't do that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
You'll realize how much your freedom is worth when they take it away from you.
Yeah.
You're locked in a box and you can't go nowhere. You know what I mean? Like, that's when you really learn. And it's like, yeah, it changed me. It made me a better father. It made me, just a better son, a better man. You know what I mean? For real.
This nigga came out of the bin. Let me tell you a story. This nigga came out of the bin, and then I'm
I
like,
was
yo,
on it.
I'm gonna pick you up. We're gonna go out to eat some Jamaican food, right?
Mm-hmm.
Picked him up. He's wearing like a wife beater, shorts, running shoes, and he has a cell phone. And I picked him up, brought him to the restaurant. This nigga goes straight to the kitchen where people are cooking. He's like, hey,
I needed a charger.
Anybody got a charger in here? I need a charger in this bitch. I'm like, bruh, what the fuck you doing, bro? This is a nice restaurant. You can't be doing that shit, man. That's why
I wasn't outside
He
civilized.
wasn't ready. Yeah, I get it.
I wasn't ready, and it's crazy. Like, I could really say, like, yo, when you come, it's like your mind's not with what's going on. I remember I was in the Tim Hortons. This is when I first realized the Tim Hortons and the Wendy's splits. And I was like, yo, man, there's so much people. It made me nervous and shit. Like, I was like, what's going on? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I can imagine people like doing like super long bids, 15 years, 10 years. I know lifers who don't even want to come outside. Like, they don't want to come back to society because they're so
So
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Institutionalized, where they're like, nah.
They can't reprogram.
they can't reprogram. You know what I mean? Like they're like, I would rather be in here. And I'm like, are you crazy? Like, do you know what's outside right now? Like, they're like, it doesn't
I
matter.
had no idea. Yeah.
Yeah, I got everything I got here. Motherfuckers playing in Super Nintendo and shit. Like, you know what I mean? I had a Sega Genesis. I wasn't gonna leave it there. I was like, yo, like
The world keeps changing while you're in there.
yeah, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, freedom is a must, man. Shout out to all my people locked in, man, because yo, I know what it is, and it ain't nothing pleasant, it ain't nothing good. And you know, you gotta learn from that stuff, and you know, freedom is a must. For real.
Why we gotta teach the kids, bro.
Yeah, for real. You got to, man.
And the way everything is continuously set up is that's where they want us to be.
Yeah, I'm telling you. And and that's the thing, like we as a people, we gotta learn that. You know, we gotta learn like when when somebody's trying to provoke you or every decision you're making, you know, you gotta think about that, you know. Think first. Don't act, you know. Straight. Like and like I was one of those guys, and like I said, like where the name Wise comes from, I spoke to a lot of the young youth. Like, you know what I mean? Like I story. I remember when I was on the bus going up, there was this younger kid. He was doing 6 years. He has a gun charge, and I ain't gonna say no names, whatever. But I remember I was on the bus, and I think I was just more angry at where I was, looking at how did my life get to right here? You know, I'm looking outside, and you see McDonald's, all these things just driving by, and you know where you're headed. And I had this ice grill on my face, and I remember he came up, and he was looking at me, and I was looking back at him, and then he didn't, like, he sat in another seat. And I remember when we all got into our spot, you know, the rain, we're there, we're at Gem Pop, we're all talking. He's like, yo, man. He's like, yo, man, Wise, man, you know, you kind of scary, man. You know, I seen you on the bus, you had this crazy look on your face. And I was like, for real, eh? I was like, yeah, because I didn't want to be there. And he's like, yeah, I know, I feel you. And then, like, I just talked, I remember me and him kind of created a bond together because I just talking to him, I'm like, look where you are. Like, you know what I mean? He was doing way more time than me. And I'm just like, what was it worth it? And he's like, nah, man, I know, I feel you now. And I'm like, come on, bro. I'm like, I know where you from. And he's from the hood too. And he's just like, bro, all that shit that you're doing, like, look at where it leads you to. You know what I mean? Like, you can have homies that are doing this, you can have homies that are doing that. But at the end of the day, they're not here with you. You're here by yourself. I'm here by myself. You know what I mean? Everybody who try to glorify being locked up and all that, ain't nothing fun about being locked up, getting fed meals by some other person, telling you when to eat, when to sleep, when to shower. Ain't nothing cool about that. Like, you know, what are we doing here? Like, you know, we got to use our heads and not fall into the hole, the rabbit hole that they want us in. You know what I mean? They're setting these traps for us. You know, we got to be smarter and not fall victim to them. You know, so
yo, they lied to us, my nigga.
Yeah, for real.
Like, the government lied to us, bro. A lot, you know.
Yeah,
they lied to us with Santa Claus. When my son was younger, I told him straight, there's no fucking Santa Claus, bro.
Yeah.
I'm Santa Claus. You know what I mean? I'm Santa Claus. And they lied to us about, like, just everything, man.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so question, you guys celebrate New Year's on January 1st, right?
Yeah.
Right. The real New Year's is not January 1st because you can't have a New Year on a cold state. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's cold. Even if you go to, like, Jamaica, it's still a bit chilly during January. You know what I'm saying?
Is it New Year's in April?
Well, New Year's is like
seasons change.
Spring. Spring is the actual New Year. That's when, like, you know, the growth, the beginning.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
He's right. It's around April. It's really considered April.
April, yeah. Like, what's up with April Fool's Day? What's that?
Throw your mind off. Throws your mind off. You know
right? Like, that's whack, man. They lied to us a lot, bro.
Gotta stay awake, man.
I'm, like, pissed about that they lied to us a lot, you know?
For real.
Because there's a lot of other seedy things that they're doing, and they do those things to keep our minds occupied on
it. Yeah, real talk.
That's tricknology, man.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Tricknology. That's what it is. Tricknology, man. It's trying to just, you know, hold us down and control us and shit.
Real rap, bro. Real rap.
What do you think about the AI thing that's going on?
AI.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as a person who works in IT,
Mm-hmm.
I still think it's something that we shouldn't be pushing
Messing
these boundaries for so much
Mm-hmm.
automation and everything. And
Mhm.
Right.
in a computer, all this human knowledge, so it can actually they think is helping us out, but in the real end, a computer always learns. So when
Yeah, yeah.
you feed it enough, it's gonna start thinking for itself to
Yeah.
make it things better. So all this sci-fi stuff that we grew up on and that we read in the comics and novels and books back in the day,
Mm-hmm.
it's
It's
gonna
gonna, it's gonna
it'll
come real
be
life.
keep messing around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Keep messing around and Terminator.
Yeah.
yeah. Real
It's
shit.
coming. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. The mutants are
I
coming,
just
bro.
don't see how it won't because it's inevitable. You give a computer program, you know, all this knowledge, as you said, especially in human knowledge, and then how can that not look at us and see us as the problem? You know,
Right.
if you're not gonna you want to make the world better, and we waste, we pollute, we do all this negative stuff to the planet, and we act like it's not happening because we
Hmm.
want more clothes, we want faster cars. You know what I mean? These kids. I look at my niece. My daughter. They just throw garbage. They just throw it away. Like, you know what I mean? They don't think about recycling. They don't think about compost. They don't, like, these things don't resonate in their minds. And then you have something like artificial intelligence, and how can it not look at us like the issue? Like, you know what I mean? Like, so it's like, I hear you, man. Just like what you're saying, like, like he's gonna start thinking for himself, and then
Yeah.
there you go.
I mean, it's gonna look at the humans on a global scale of who's deteriorating the earth.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
us.
True that.
Straight
Yeah.
up. And the only way to save the earth is to get rid of us. That's
Mhm.
it.
Right.
Oh, I feel you, man.
I
I
mean,
think
it all comes down to an ecosystem, and every animal plays its part. And there's still people to this day who like, oh, humans are not animals. No, we're still part of the ecosystem.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely, most
We
definitely.
are. Like, our skin grows hair, the earth grows grass. It's the same shit. You know what
Hmm.
I mean? Like, there's like there's only solids and liquids on planet Earth. And what's your body made out of?
Hmm.
Solid and liquids.
Yeah,
Shit. Yeah, bro. Same shit, man.
I see AI the same way I see the internet and social media.
Yeah.
Technology is there, use it to your advantage, but don't abuse it because you'll get stuck in that rabbit hole. Like, look how many people are looking down and just scrolling for hours every day.
trust me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Every
You're
single day.
alone.
all day scrolling. Don't even know what's going on in the world. Waste their whole day just doing this. It's crazy.
And it's crazy because I grew up in the city. I mean, Staten Island is more of a suburb compared to the other boroughs. But growing up,
Mhm.
my mom used to bring us to downtown Brooklyn to shop for clothes and stuff like that.
Hmm.
And I know the area I work in Brooklyn now used to be one of the worst areas to be in. That they say you shouldn't be here at night back then. Now with the whole gentrification, I'm seeing more and more people not like me walking around like it's nothing. And
Yeah,
there's still crime going on in certain these areas, but the way everything is set up, they slowly try to push us out, and same issues.
for real,
We got the
for real.
oldest hood down here called Regent Park, right? Oldest hood in Ontario, Toronto. They fucking tore that shit down, man. They kicked
Yeah,
everybody.
yeah, for real.
They're
Yeah,
building condos there.
See,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it. Take everybody out. Put condos up.
Mm-hmm. It's ridiculous, right? Like, come on, man. That's stupid.
Hmm.
So I totally understand what you're saying, bro.
Yeah, man.
So where in Staten Island you from?
I'm originally in West Brighton.
West Brighton.
Yeah, and then another part that I lived in as I got a little older was Port Richmond.
Oh, okay. Shit, that's dope, man.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching Wu-Tang Clan the other day, and then is it true like Stapleton and Park Hill had beef?
Oh yes.
Oh, they did?
Yeah. Yep.
It's crazy.
I mean, even my old neighborhood had beef with other areas like New Brighton and Mariners Harbor as well.
Mhm.
Yeah. You know,
Wow,
yeah, that Stapleton Park Hill was serious.
that was serious.
Fuck, really?
People lost their lives over that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And again, I mean, it's the hood, but at the same time, we don't own this property.
Yeah, exactly. For real. For real. For real, man. For real, for real. You know what
I mean, we could claim all these areas we want, but at the end of the day, what do we own?
Yeah.
What are we controlling that's coming in and out of these areas?
Yeah, straight up. We making somebody else money. We just paying rent. You know what I'm saying? But somebody else own the land.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Crazy, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro.
But until people start really wrapping their mind around that, then you start get the growth. You start to see the growth. But until then, people they're not getting it. You know what I mean? Like you could claim something. It's cool. But that don't mean you own it. You know what I mean? Like straight up. Because like you said, when they want you out,
that's it.
That's it. All right, you guys go over there. We're building condos. That's it. What are you gonna do? You can't do nothing, you know? Straight.
It's crazy. I wanted to also, since you got some music videos out there, let the people see a visual. So pick one off of Cinematic Murder.
Pick the one with Wyze in there and Tony Boy, Bathtub Gin.
Bathtub Gin?
Yeah, that shit's hard.
Yeah, Bathtub Gin.
Yeah, that's a dope one. That's a cool video, man. We shot that video. It was my daughter's birthday, my newest child, and my birthday. We share my daughter was born on the 5th, and I'm on the 6th. So we shot that same day as we were doing the birthday party and stuff at the night. It was wild. The other parts of the video, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, it was good times, man.
Yo, what's up?
Cinematic for the addict. Yo. Let's get at it.
Yo, Wyze was drunk that day, man.
Oh, lit.
Look,
Wyze was very drunk that day, man. And shout out my boy Tony Boy.
Yeah, that's our dog.
From Buffalo, he's dope, man.
You just a bitch, nigga. Probably a snitch, nigga. Give me that shovel, dog. I dig that fucking ditch quicker. Give me that muscle.
Shout out Finn.
I'm on the production, though. Oh,
Finn did the shooting for this video.
Always talking this and that they gon' flip a pack. I done lost a couple stacks on shorty getting snacks. I done flipped a couple packs on shorty
shout out to my boy
getting
Ace.
I saw my
Convenience
niggas
store in the
stacks
block,
out
you know what I mean?
fast. Niggas out here spitting trash, acting like they flipping packs, talking like they fill a tub, but couldn't fill a bubble bath. Now, nigga, you a little nigga. Me, I'm standing tall with my conglomerate. Middle finger waving,
better pay
standing
the
down.
board at your mama house.
Oh, shout out Finn too.
Kick your mama out.
Shooting
All
that
about
shit.
the most,
Shout out
keeping
Finn.
commas out. Got rich to a March Madness. Shit, we ain't got nothing to talk about. Real niggas on business. They ain't in the market now. Everybody
Our
claiming
homeboy
they
Tony
high
Boy
price,
just
we
won
the
an
market
award
now.
too.
Everybody claiming
Yeah,
they got
yeah,
rich,
man.
go ahead and fuck
Buffalo,
it out.
man.
Some
Been
niggas
here
not
every year,
spoon
bro.
fed, go ahead and chalk you out. Treat them all like DJ Go ahead and walk him out. Word the buzz, you don't put no fear in my heart. I'm with the Renaissance. You been a beginner from the start. My niggas been apart. Yeah, the whole city is ours. My niggas been in dark parts. You know we breaking them laws. The underground vein treatment. I spend a couple bills in the dock on a team weekend. We never spend the bills on the dock. Got my dame tweaking. I'm always with my bills on the plot for the main reason. Hey, yo.
fuck, I get drunk in that
Christian
song,
Dior, Mount Rushmore, selling C4 to Seymour at the drugstore. Niggas take the back door, look at the White Howard. I'm cutting bricks up with a hacksaw. Rhymes coming faster than a quick draw. McGraw, catch a bullet in your cleft jaw. You better call
See the
Saul.
laws,
Tell
beat
your
'em
dogs
up.
to back off.
Yeah,
Niggas
yeah,
want
yeah,
beef
mom.
without the max sauce. I keep shit brief. My polo's black horse, only one at the golf course. Necklace gold, Jesus on the cross. Have a faith off. Trap houses have a bake off. Never taking no days off. Look for the baby. Bet this hustle gon' pay off. Dope shit brings hate quick. I'm scoring
Some real
high in these
90s shit.
playoffs. Running laps around, you're hard to catch up.
Needed a
Miss the dress
pager,
up,
nigga.
strap the vest up in case of mess up.
I know,
Niggas
right?
getting set up.
Oh, turn, bro. Oh, fuck.
So like, I'm a certified street nigga. That's the thing you don't understand. Like,
Yeah, man, that was a vibe right there, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a dope one right there. And you said Finn shot that, right?
Yeah, shout out MC Finn. Yeah, man, he shot that. Finn always doing his thing, man. That guy's magic with the camera, for real.
Oh, and dope on
And
the
the
beats.
production, for real.
Yes,
Finn's-
and touch. Yep. Shout out the whole gold era.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, shout out Blair, man.
All of them.
Yeah, I think it was 2 years ago when they came down to New York. I got to meet him and Ason and
Okay, sick.
and Wisdom Bun It All as well.
Oh,
Dope,
shout out to
dope.
Wisdom, Bun It All too.
Yeah,
man.
shout them out, for real. Yeah, man,
Yeah.
they're doing their thing, man. Repping the city hard, bro, for real.
Yes, indeed. Yep.
So much shit that he got going on. They got going on, man. I remember we recorded over like Gold Era. Those guys, was dope, man. I love that shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I just love the fact that they're like, you know, like just like, you know, you got Staten Island, you got Brooklyn, you got all these, the Bronx, you got so many places, and then like Toronto may have its hoods, but it's like there's so much there's so much different MCs, different producers that are just dope. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I feel great that we're like making a name for ourselves where, you know, look at you from Staten Island, and we from Toronto, and we collaborate, you know, and like, this is a lovely thing. Like, you know, I love that. Like, you know, this is what's so amazing about hip hop and music, that, you know, it can bring people from all over the world together, and we all talk. We all live in similar lives, kind of, but in different places, you know, going through the same things, and we relate so easily. We never met each other, but like, you know, like face to face, like, yo, what up? Hanging around in the same hood, doing the same shit, but like, we get each other, you know what I mean? Because of the, you know, I understand that story, that resonates with me, you know what I mean? Oh, that beat's dope. Yo, this guy's sick at, you know, at MCing, and like, everybody just comes together, man. It's a dope thing.
Definitely agree on that. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Dante, you said the album was about, you said took about 3 years to make.
Yeah, 3 years to make.
Okay.
I moved around a lot, and cracked my ribs, so I bruised it. So that took some time off with the music and shit. And I was just learning how to make the beats proper, you know what I mean? Like, shout out to my homie August Son. He's a dope ass rapper. He's on that track called Slingshot. He's the one that helped me out with the studio.
Big up.
Shout out my wife Drea. She's the one that helped me out with the studio, like built the studio, like built the damn thing from scratch.
Wow.
You know? So
Laboratory.
yeah, man. It took about 3 years, bro, but now it's here, right?
Yeah.
Like it? You like the album? Did you listen to all of it?
Oh, plenty of times. Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
nice.
indeed.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm definitely not one of those people that, you know, say, yeah, I listened to the album or just played it once and then put it to the side with the so much music that comes out. No, I'm a fan of your music, and
Thank you, brother.
I was definitely looking forward to this. I remember when you were telling me, you know, I'm working on something, you know, that this is what.
Yeah, I remember. I was telling you. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's
Yes.
coming.
I definitely, you know, dived into this, and again, your production really stands out on here, and it's not one dimensional either. So for anybody that hasn't heard Cinematic Murder, definitely you need to listen to this album.
Definitely.
And
Play that shit, man.
your ear for the music, I don't know. You don't need to, really delve into how you created all your production, but sometimes, a track will be so cinematic. I don't want, pun intended, but
Mhm.
you provide those visuals through the production firsthand.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Then when the lyrics come in, it's a whole new level, come together.
Yeah.
yeah,
Real
bro.
talk. Real
That's
talk.
that's the alcohol and the weed in the system and shit.
Yeah.
That's shit
Hey man, don't
happens.
put everything on the out. That's you, dog. That's you, my
Man,
nigga.
no,
You know what I mean? That's
when I'm
you,
sober, I can't do it. But when I get
man.
that,
Nah, that shit.
the fix, the
Listen, I
weed,
think the alcohol and the weed just brings out what's already
Yeah,
inside,
it's
bro.
already in
yeah.
there.
Yeah,
But
bro.
then
That's
there's
you.
sometimes I make some weird shit, and I'm like, what? The next day, I'm like, nah,
Yeah, that's true. That's
that's
true.
just too fucking crazy.
That's true.
Yeah.
And that's what's funny about that. Like sometimes I remember, he has a weird. I'll be like,
Yeah.
oh, it's funny, man. You have them weird ass beats, but then sometimes then I'm like, all right, let's put that way. You know what I mean? Just don't worry,
Mhm.
I get it. You wanna, what I love about my brother is like, those people who try to do left field stuff where they're really like in the left field, like you're over there. Yeah, I get it. I get what you're doing,
Mhm.
but like I love the drive though with him. Like it's like now it's like, yo. And now his setup is crazy. Like, he's in there. He could make a beat right after we get off this damn thing, go record a new song, and it's done. Like he could record right now as we're doing this right now. It's like, and the work ethic that he has is it's untouchable, man. Like and like that's one thing that like I big him up so much because it's just the truth. Like, like I've never seen somebody so like dedicated to their craft, but the growth as well. Like, you can't grow without actually trying to perfect your craft. And
Right.
as you're perfecting, you're growing, you're here, you go up here, you go up there, you go more. And I've watched him, I've always thought he was like, for me, if you listen to my top 5 of my artists of all time, he's literally on my top 5. This is my personal opinion, but that's how dope I think he is. I think that if he went toe to toe with these guys, he could give them a run for their money. And that's how sick that he is as an artist. But now that you had the production to it, and I watch him as he does his thing, and I'm like, bro, man, come on, you the guy, bro. Like, you're sick, bro. Like, and it's like, it's crazy to watch now. As I sit here, we have this conversation, I can look back at where he started to where he is at this right now. And it's like, it's very special. It's a very special thing. And like to see cinematic as it's like a movie. Like I've watched it play out. Like, like I always tell him, I'm like, I wish we documented this because it would have been something cool for everybody to see. Like as you made as you recorded it, like, I think like that's something that we're really thinking about with our next projects. Like we should really like document this stuff when we're in the studio, like all that B-roll footage. Like I want to see it. Like, you know what I mean? Like I would love to just watch it over and be like, yo, this is how we made the album, For real. You know what I mean? You look at those lost tapes, like you can see things from Wu-Tang, the times in the studio, all that crazy stuff. And you're like, yo, this is dope. Like, you know what I mean? Like this is like everybody should be walking around with a camera guy just taping anything. Like right now, motherfucker is sitting in at each one of our spots recording us just talking right now. You know what I mean? Like we listen back to this shit and we're like, yo, man, this is a dope conversation. You know what I mean? It's cool, man. Cheers, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Y'all
Cheers,
cool, man. For real. Cheers,
dropped
bro.
a lot of tools today, man.
Shout out to y'all. Yo, it's good to meet you, brother, man. You mad cool, man. For real.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate it, man. And speaking on honing skills, what do the two of you do to hone, your lyrics, your lyricism?
You go first.
Me?
Yeah.
I think, what do I do? I mean, I try to listen I don't know. I don't really listen to a lot of new. I do, but I still listen to my old music. I think it keeps my pen sharp, and I think that I'm always on like I always try to like challenge myself, especially when it comes to production. Like, quick story: there's a track on Cinematic called Yakuza Kids, and this beat. When Dante sent me this beat, he's like, it's very different, and I think at this point is when our rap game went from like it just went like this. Like when I heard this beat, it was like I was like, all right, it's mad different. I'm like, I'm challenging myself. I'm like, I've never really written to something like this, and when I caught it, it brought something else out of me. Like my whole writing style is like it was just like, bro. I'm like, I told him, I'm like, wait till you hear this verse. Like,
Okay.
wait, just
True
wait.
story. It was supposed to be on Cinematic Murder, but it didn't get.
Yeah, it's not on there. It was just it was a Lucy. It was a single. It was just a single. So yeah, sorry, my bad. It wasn't on there. But
that beat changed your life right there, man.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, that changed it for me, and then like it opened like Pandora's box in my head, like, and now like from there it was a rap. Like, yo, you send me anything, I'm gonna body it. I'm telling you, like, listen, man, I'm a good feature, man. Holla at your boy, like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying, like, yo, like that just opened my mind to a different writing style, like I didn't even know that I had in my arsenal, and now I'm like. It is. Well, I'll give me anything, rock, jazz. I'll write to it, man. Like,
nice.
We created this thing. What we call it's called the swim, and it's a rap style where you and the beat are doing this. Like you're just one with the beat. And if you can't, I'll say this to any artist: if you as a rapper, if you can't swim on a beat, it's not for you. Don't rap, produce. Maybe manage, do something. But if you want to be a dope MC, I mean a real dope MC where people are saluting you, you got to learn how to swim. And if you can't swim, then you can't rock with Wyze or Dante, because we Michael Phelps in this shit. You feel me? Like we them swimmers, dog. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And that's like they just took us to another level. Like we're in and out the beat. You got to learn to hit the edges. You know what I mean? Like the beat comes out, you come out. It goes up, you go up. Like
Yeah,
and it's a lot of work, man. People act like rapping is easy. Like when you're in the booth, there's a lot of breathing techniques. There's a lot of like rapping is not easy. Writing a rhyme on paper and delivering it in the booth is very hard. That's where I give Drake a lot of respect. Yeah, okay. Drake, if there's songs that Drake been ghosted for, cool. We know there's a lot, but Drake is very good at delivering, rapping. The whole booth aspect of it, he's actually very good at. You know what I mean? He knows how to do it proper. So a man who probably doesn't have as much skill as him can be like, here, Drake, here's a song, and Drake can go in the booth and kill it. You know what I mean? Probably better than artist. So that's why I always never said Drake is not the dopest rap. He's an entertainer. That's hot. That's what I feel. He's an entertainer. Okay, that was a whole other topic, but yeah, that's all right. Not you.
Oh, it's on you, Dante.
Yeah, it's on you.
Oh shit! What was the question, bro? Tell me the question one more time.
I was saying, what do you do to continuously hone your skills and lyricism?
What do I do? Fuck. I listen to a lot of like Ethiopian jazz music. I think I told you that before. Ethiopian jazz gets me like, just has me thinking different, like the musical sound of it is so dope. The bass, like everything about them, like Ethiopian jazz is like, it's just different. And a lot of progressive rock I've been listening to too, that gets me to the mood, right? And then that's it, man. Just listening to different shit, just different type of music. You know what I mean? Just tap in, different music. Makes my mind open more wide, And that's how I can get to the beats and get to the rhyming and shit. So it's incredible, man. Just different music, man.
Mhm.
Alternative. I was listening to uh Nirvana's album the other day. Kurt Cobain.
Hmm.
That dude's incredible, man.
Yeah, for
You
real,
hear,
man.
like, you got to listen to a story. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? The story is
yeah.
crazy. It's a really good album.
I think he was deep in his mind, you know.
Mhm.
Crazy. There was a lot of talent there, man. Gandu, you know.
Yeah.
Gone too early. I watched
Yeah,
that Amy Winehouse movie too.
yeah.
Oh,
You
you
see
did
Amy
see that?
Winehouse back there, where I'm moving. Oh, let me move. That's my girl right there. You see the two vinyls right there. Yeah.
Oh,
Amy
okay, yeah, I see it.
Winehouse.
Yo,
Yeah.
listen. I'm gonna tell you. Remember when you know what HMV?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I'm telling you. So when HMV they used to have a little area where they had the new artists, and they had remember when they had the headphones, you could listen to the CD
Hmm.
or whatever. I
Mm-hmm.
remember walking through the mall, and I would always go into HMV just to see who the new artists were, who's coming up, whatever, whatever. And I seen the Fade to Black album. This is before Amy Winehouse was big. So I bought that album that same day. And I was listening to this. I was like, yo, this girl's gonna be the biggest. Not that I called it, but I called it.
Mm-hmm.
She, when I heard the Fade to Black, I'm like, this girl is like the old school black jazz with like new school. Like this girl's on a whole nother level. And
Yeah.
to watch her, like, there's nobody like her, man. I'm telling you, it's another gone too soon. Like the amount of music that she would be doing right now, she'd be on top of her game.
True. Very true.
Right.
Hmm.
That girl changed me a lot too in my music, like, you know, made me open my ear to different styles and stuff like that. But like, yo, shout out to Amy Winehouse, man. She is a true legend, man. True legend.
100%.
Yeah, man.
Mm.
I'll drink to that. Cheers.
Yeah, I do remember, at that time, and I didn't know what she looked like, and I think that's another beautiful thing about music is there's no judgment when you hear the music.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
It was like, who is this?
yeah.
And then
Mhm.
you hear people music, and you're like, wow. And
Right.
it's just amazing, how much talent is out there that's still unexplored and could flourish.
100%. 100%. It's crazy. There's so much. There's so much. Like, and it's like crazy where that talent comes from. Like, you know what I mean? We're a very interesting species. Like, you know, like we have so much gifts and so much things that we can do that literally just comes from the mind. And, you know, like it just starts just flowing. Especially it's crazy with like the whole process of like music, like writing and creating it. Like, you know, you feel the vibe, like, you know what I mean? Like you feel the energy, you feel the beats, and you know, you just start coming up with stuff. And another thing too, I truly get, like, you know, when you say like, oh, Jay don't rap right, and you know, Wayne does it right. I understand that process because it's like, I don't think people understand. It's like when somebody says they don't write, it's like you have so much life experience that you have. So when you're in the booth, just like we did with the Leola project, like you hear the beat, Bozak's running the beat, and then it's just like boom, you're feeling it, you're vibing. You're just like you're just going. You know what I mean? And it's like, and you can see how your game elevates because of your life experience. Without life experience, you know, if you can find a way to talk about your life and do it creative, you have it. You have like part of the tools that you already necessarily need to be a dope artist. You know what I mean? Like, and it's one thing my homie told me. He's like, Wise, figure out how to talk about your life, but do it creative. And then once
Mhm.
I figured that out, it was a wrap. That's another story. Yeah, for real. Trust me, man.
Yeah, there's a producer from Texas. His name's M. Slago that I interviewed, and I know him from the Facebook group that we're in, the HHDG.
Yeah.
Facebook. And after I interviewed him, he was, just giving me some jewels. He was like, also talk about your experience, because people are interested and it resonates with the people that you're interviewing.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man. Tell us about you, dog. We've been talking about ourselves a lot. What's your come up, bro? What's your come up?
Yo, my come up is just poverty, man. Like, everybody goes through ups and downs and shit in the game. So you just gotta just keep on striving for perfection, right? Just keep on,
brother.
That's it, man. That's all you gotta do. Like, you went through a lot of bullshit. Like, Like, one of my best friends passed away, died.
Yep.
The next friend of mine, he hanged himself.
RIP damage.
He hanged himself in a fucking garage. Next one of my friend got shot. Next one of my other friend got shot. Like,
Yeah.
I just gotta stay focused and stay positive, right? That's it.
Yep.
So remember we're talking about mental health. Like, there's a lot of shit that I want to get off my chest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just can't do it right now. But there's a lot more shit, right?
Music right for you, man.
Yeah, that's like my father. The majority of his friends, if they're not dead, they succumb to addiction.
Mm-hmm.
So, and he's been one of those people, growing up, because of what he's seen. He was like, I'm not messing with any drugs, plain and simple, because of his experience of what was going on around him with his friends.
Mm-hmm.
And then, certain things, like in my childhood, I had an officer put a gun to my head, and I wasn't, I was a child at the time, and this person was insinuating, that I had drugs on me, and I was out there, selling.
Mm-hmm.
Part of being in that environment growing up.
Yeah.
To this day, I still, like the majority of us, we have issues with law enforcement.
Yeah, 100%.
And it's things like that are still happening to this day with another child in another hood.
Yeah, real talk. And thankfully you made it out that situation, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. These cops done killed a lot of us, bro. For real.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's facts though, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
I remember when Wyze got raided, like,
Yeah. Guys punched me in my face. These guys are fucked up. And it's funny when you talk about, like, my mom always used to be one of those. She was one of those people, like, a real police fucking person, until she really seen. I'm like, bro, I tell my mom, I'm like, yo, these people are not for you. You know what I mean? Like, they some of them. I'm not gonna like tarnish all police enforcement departments, whatever, but a lot of them, man, they abuse that badge. You know what I mean? Like, who have their own mental issues, and the government gives them a badge and a gun and says go out there and police, and no, they just go out there with their own mental illness and go abuse people. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how is it when you drive around and if you see a cop behind you, are you feel safe or you feel scared?
Yep.
The fact that we feel scared and feel threatened with a police behind you is crazy. Like that defeats the whole purpose of what they're doing. If I see a cop on the street, I should feel safe. I should be like, yep, there's police here. But no, I'm like, yo, this guy pulled me over. Like, well, what's he gonna do to me? Like, is he gonna kill me?
Yeah, no
There's
idea.
an opportunity to kill me, and there's nothing that I could do about it because he could pull his gun out and shoot me, and what am I gonna do?
Yeah,
I make a move that he doesn't, and it's like these guys are human beings. Half of them are younger than us, little kids with guns. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. And that also goes along the lines of making it to the age of 18, 19, 20, 21. There's a certain relief that you get that, wow, I made it to this age.
Yeah.
Because of what you're around, what's going on in your neighborhood.
Yeah, definitely.
So here I am I'm 45. I'm going to be 46 on the 22nd, and
this month.
yeah, this month.
All right.
Happy birthday, bro.
Shout out to you, bro. Happy birthday, bro.
So, I take all of life's experiences and try to keep it positive, knowing, what I've seen or gone through in the past.
Definitely.
Gotta stay positive, bro.
Yeah, man. Real
Ongoing.
talk.
And teach the kids, man. Not to,
Yes.
yeah, teach the kids. That's the most important part, is teach the kids, I worry about that shit. My son growing up, and then he turns into, like, you can get into a scuffle and the dude will just pull out a gun and kill you right there.
Yeah.
So you gotta know it's scary. Like,
I think we just gotta teach disengaging too. I think sometimes, I think from our era we were probably taught, like, don't run, it looks like running from a rumble, or you know what I mean. But like, I think now that we're grown, it's like, sometimes disengaging a situation is even more mature than fighting it. Like,
Very true.
Times you got to learn to humble yourself. Fight another battle, it's not worth it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, going home to your family is what's important. Like, you know what I mean? We don't want to sit here and try to be the tough guy. Like, like, I got kids that need me. So like, I'm not out here, I don't even care about none of that stuff. Like, if I'm threatened, I'll defend myself. But I don't causing all the drama and stuff like that for what? You know what I mean? If you feel like you got something to prove, then I think that's the issue in itself. We're not teaching our kids that they don't got nothing to prove. They just gotta do what's right for them. Respect your parents. If you're gonna prove anything, prove it to your parents. You know what I mean? Show us that you go out in the world and be a good citizen and make it work for yourself and do what you gotta do. A lot of these kids are lost, bro. Like, the struggles we had, we show our children, like, yo, like, trust me, shit ain't always sweet. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you can, you have this, we can provide this and we provide that. But listen, like, there's a time when, my mom, I couldn't just go like, hey, mom, I need $100. I want to go fuck around and do some dumb shit. Like, nah, like, you know what I mean? Like there was no doing that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's funny. My daughter, like, I need this, I need that, I need daddy. And it's like, listen, I love my daughter, I love my kids, but it's like they don't. It's like it's just not there. You know what I mean? They don't get the fact of life is very different. And like, I sit down with her and I'm like, listen, man, like, you gotta understand, like, when you go out in the world, like, it don't come on a plate. Like, life is just not like here. No, you gotta work for this shit. Like, straight up, man.
It's important you having that talk, though.
Yeah, for real, man. And I try to have all the odd awkward talks, and I got a girl, like, I'm a house full of females, bro. Like, trust me, man. It's crazy for me. My brother got a boy, he's got an older daughter, but he's got his boy. I'm a house full of girls. I got 3 girls around me, then plus the wife, and life is just like all day, you know what I mean? And I love, it's funny, like, when my new daughter was born, I remember me and White, we were going to, where they tell you the sex of the baby, and I already knew. I was just like, I'm sitting there, and she's like, do you want to know the sex? I'm like, I already know, it's a girl. She's like, how do you know? I'm like, I know it's a girl. She's like, oh yeah, it's a girl. And I'm like, what are you telling me? I already knew. Like, like, yo, my first daughter, same thing. Girl, I know it's a girl. I have a niece. My eldest daughter and my niece are literally the same age, born 9 months apart, and they're like twins, like sisters. It's a beautiful thing to watch, but it's just like girls everywhere. But I find it cool for my mom because she raised 2 boys and then now has 2, like, a whole bunch of granddaughters in her home, So it's very special for her. So yeah,
that's great.
Yeah, right. It's a crazy thing, bro. Do you have any girls, or is it just 2 boys?
Yeah, just 2 boys.
Yeah. All right,
yeah.
See? Shout out to you guys.
One of my friends since childhood, he has 3 girls.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to him. Yeah.
Girls, that's a lot of work.
Yeah. Give him my number, man. I'm sure we could vent to each other. I'm sure he got grades for real. Trust me. It's crazy, man. Girls are oh man, it's a different thing, man. You gotta learn to be like, especially with these new kids, like you can't be too overbearing. Like, you have to like fall back sometimes and be like, okay, cool. My daughter goes out to parties, doesn't tell me where she's going. My daughter snuck weed into my car. And my daughter thinks I'm stupid. I was in a room and I'm like, what the fuck? Why does it smell like weed in here? Smelling around, I'm going through her drawers. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this shit? And then I go, and she thinks she's smart. She has a drawer like it's like high, so she puts it in the top, and I'm tall, so I'm like, yo, it's like right at my high head level, so I'm smelling it, And she thinks she's smart because she thinks she's gonna put it high, and I'm like, I find it, and then it's just like, holy, I'm like, bro, like, just tell me. I told you, like, you want to smoke weed? Tell me, I give you a spliff. You smoke together. You want to drink? I'll buy the liquor. I'll give you a sip. Like, don't do things behind my back. Like, you know what I mean? Like, then we're gonna have issues. Like, we're both like, I feel like we're young parents. Like, we're still in the same wave together. Like you don't gotta hide nothing. And I think that's the true, like, big thing especially about being a parent. Like,
that open communication.
Yeah, the communication. Don't hide
Especially
nothing
with the girls.
Yeah, especially with girls. Like, the moment they start hiding stuff, man, it's a wrap, bro. Real talk.
Definitely. Dante, I'm a big anime fan, so you gotta tell me about Grandizer.
Oh man, so I was watching this thing called Force 5, right? In the 80s. So Force 5 is it's like a robot cartoon anime shit, right? I used to watch this show called Grandizer. Grandizer is some old Japanese anime cartoon from way back in the day.
Yep.
And I always loved Grandizer. Yeah, man. They had Grandizer. They had Mazinger. Yeah. They had Guy King. They got fuck. There were so many, man. And you grew up on that shit, right? So I'm like, yo, I'm gonna fucking call my company Grandizer. Like, my sound is just different. Just Grandizer. And it's like how Wu-Tang started. They watched a lot of like kung fu flicks. I was watching like Force 5, Grandizer. I was watching this cartoon called The Mask or something like that. And you remember that shit, The Mask? And Transformers and a whole bunch of shit, man. Brave Star. Yeah, man, all that shit, man. Yeah, that shit was incredible, bro. And I always loved Grandizer, so I decided to use it, right? Not too much people know about that shit, though.
No, they don't.
No, they don't. You gotta go way back to find out. I taught Wise about that shit.
Yeah, I didn't know nothing about that stuff.
Yeah.
That's sick, though.
Straight up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was always curious, because like you were saying, not too many know about it. So when I was listening to your music, you put the audio sample in there, and then also the artwork, and then you mentioned it in certain titles. So I was like, he's definitely up on this, and being a person that
definitely on that. Right, definitely on that, man. I grew up to that shit, so like I gotta use it, bro. That shit was incredible, man. Not too much people know about that shit. That shit is bananas. Grandizer, I used to watch that shit every day. I think it came on in the morning, early in the morning. That shit was crazy. Yeah, bro.
That shit on before you go to school and shit,
Grandizer was shit.
Yeah, that's dope. I got one last question for you for tonight, Dante. Gotta talk about the track Knowledge Power.
Well,
that shit's hard.
Yeah, it's a story, man. So he's my teacher, the 5% Nation. His name is Knowledge Power. And We had like a rap group together, and people grow, people split, whatever.
Hmm.
I have to pay homage to him because he's the one that taught me how to rap. Like really, it was him. It was Knowledge Power, KP. I want to give a shout out to KP and that guy right there, man. He taught me everything about music, bro. Like we used to work off a reel and a DAT tape.
Ah,
That was back then, before Pro Tools and Cubase and all that shit, right? So he taught me a lot, man. That's a special song to me, though, bro.
Yo, I didn't even know that's what KP stood for. Knowledge
No,
power, eh?
mhm.
Fuck, sick, bro. I
Mhm.
didn't even. That just hit me right there, bro. That's
God, he's
dope.
the one that taught me supreme mathematics, man.
Mm-hmm.
that's
Yeah,
respect, right?
yeah. Yeah. That KP's the one, man. I want to shout out Born King too, man. He's one of the gods too. I want to shout out all the gods and earths too, man.
Real.
Always teaching the kids, always teaching knowledge.
Ooh,
That's respect right there.
yeah,
Mm.
big yo.
So
Yeah, man.
I gotta surprise you because as you can see, I got vinyl. So
Mhm.
sometimes I like to go digging.
Mhm.
And a few years ago,
Yeah, you see
Oh,
that?
shit.
That's
Oh
that
shit.
shit,
That was
man.
sick. Bop, bop, bop,
Yeah,
bop, bop.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah. That's the dude, man. He's the one,
That's
yo.
wild.
He's the
Yo,
one.
y'all
Man.
niggas, y'all had vinyls back then, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I gotta
Okay.
see him. You guys are cracking me. Hold on one second, man.
Yo, that's crazy. Is that an album?
that's a single.
Oh, okay. Holy, that's wild. That's crazy, man. What's that song called?
So that one's No Love.
Okay, sick, man. That's crazy. I didn't even know they was having shit on. But I mean, it makes sense. They're gonna press it. The music's gonna come out. It's gonna be on vinyl. That's wild, bro. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I got one more. The other one is Street Visions.
Oh, okay, sick.
That's a crazy album, man. I'm so happy you got that record. I don't think that much. I don't think I got that record.
For real. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
I don't think I have it, man.
That's a
I got
collector
shit.
right
I
there,
haven't
bro.
even I haven't even shared this on social media. So and maybe I'll do that tomorrow.
Yeah, for
Man.
real, dog. I want to hear that. I never heard that shit. The what?
I used to go by my attribute Al Sham. Got
Yeah.
about
That's some real boom bap shit, eh?
some 90s shit though, man.
Yeah,
That's what started everything was that. Like
for real.
KP, he's like respect to the God, man. Yeah, man. I had to do a tribute to KP.
Yeah.
I also had to do a tribute to this DJ group called the World's Famous Elite Squad. They were like a DJ group in Jane and Finch, so respect to them brothers right there too, man.
Respect.
Mhm.
Gotta go back, Gotta go
Sure.
back.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There's no future without the past.
Yeah, you gotta know where you came from.
No, there's no future without the past, bro.
Real talk.
Like Jane Street taught me a lot, man. Taught me a lot about the game. Taught me a lot about hip hop and shit. So,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah,
Wow,
I
you got that record, huh? No love, huh?
I had to hold on to that one and
That
Yeah.
was a shot. Like, look at this, boy. Sick.
Yo, you hit me with that one there, man, because I don't even have that record. Oh man, that was a classic, man. Wow, you hit me with that one, man. Yeah, I respect you, bro.
Man, Wyze Wonda, Dante. This was a good talk.
Yeah, man, for real, man. It's a good talk, bro. For real.
I try to say this to people all the time. music is life, so I want to speak about both of them, not just what's currently out. So
Right.
I respect, everything that y'all been doing. Wise, you got the Fast Life album out there right now. Looking forward to part
Yeah.
2.
Yeah, Fast Lane 2. Yeah,
I'm
definitely.
sorry, Fast Lane.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
And Dante, as we were talking about, Cinematic Murder.
Cinematic Murder, crazy album, and Japanese Death Race coming up next.
Coming
And
up.
I got Leola coming up. And I'm working on this next project with my homie from New York named Rob P. That shit,
Okay.
that shit
Dope.
is gonna be bananas, man. Yeah. So,
And
You
if
cooking,
anyone,
bro.
yeah,
You
definitely.
cooking hard. Oh yeah, don't forget that merch, man. Let me, you want that
Say,
cinematic merch. Bam, 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 bam. You already know, man. These tees, man. Go get that merch straight up.
directly from the website.
That joints, you
I
feel me?
just put it up there for you.
Yeah.
Me and Tony Boy are cooking up something too, man.
Okay.
That's just gonna
Let's
be
go.
fire.
So,
There's a lot more albums coming out, bro. We ain't stopping right now, man. We're not stopping.
all top quality too. So I look forward to
Thank
it.
you, brother.
Getting started, bro. Just getting started.
I wanna shout you out. I really, really appreciate you, bro. Taking your
for real,
time and interviewing us and getting that album. That shook the fuck out of me right there, bro. That's
no real love,
Like that.
that got me like, oh man, that took me back. Got some memories making that record, man. But thank you, brother. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, man, me too, man. This is really dope. This is a good talk, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate this, man. This is real dope, man. You're a dope dude, bro, for real. And I appreciate the love, man. Straight up, man. Like, I just from your energy, I can tell you, like, you're a true veteran of the hip hop culture, and it's real love to be a part of what you're doing and the growth that you're doing and the podcast that you're creating, all that stuff you're doing, bro. Like, I appreciate that, bro. You know what I mean? Like, that's real love, man.
Thank you.
Keep grinding, keep shining, bro, for real.
For sure.
Yeah,
we should do a part 2 soon. A part 2 soon, and when all the album drops.
Yeah, when we drop all these projects, then man,
we definitely come back. Absolutely, yeah. Again,
you should come to Canada, bro. When are you gonna come to Canada?
Yeah, I've been wanting to come up there. I definitely got to come up there. And speaking on that, what's up with the the whole border thing? I hear about people being rejected and stuff like that. What's the best way to go up there? Fly or drive?
Fuck, bro. You're fucked both ways, bro.
Really?
But I think fly. I think
he's
flying.
good now. I think Wyze got his shit together.
Yeah, I'm good now. No, but he's saying for him to come. Are you saying for you to come here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say fly.
Fly.
Yeah, fly.
Yeah, fly would be better. Yeah. Because I mean, like, you don't want to, if you go drive to the border and then they turn you away. I don't know. Okay. I think flying, coming from your end to Canada, flying the better.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a bit easier.
They won't be in your shit too much. You know what I mean? They won't dig you down.
When you come, let me know, man.
You here?
I'll definitely let you know. Yeah.
Restaurants and we'll show you around, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say, man, holler at us, bro.
Between you saying that and Asom was saying it to me before. He's like, "Yo, you gotta come up here."
Yeah. He's right, man. Come up here.
Sure, time, man. Then we gonna get you in the lab, man. You better bring those lyrics.
Right?
Yeah.
We gonna get you on the Dante beat. You feel me?
That would be crazy.
That'll be dope. Hey, we got the lab ready, bro. So as soon as you touch, we going right to the.
We're always ready in the lab, bro.
Yeah.
I fucking sleep in the lab right now, man.
So, I can rock with that. That's dope.
Yeah.
So before we go, let people know where they can reach out to both of you.
Dante by him on Instagram, Dante by him on Twitter. That's about it, man.
And DanteByHim.com. That's where you go cop Cinematic Murder.
Mm-hmm.
That's where you going, you know, it's exclusively there. Me
Mm-hmm.
is Wyze Wonda on Instagram, WYZEWONDA. I am Wyze Wonda on Twitter. The website's coming soon, so you know it's in the works.
Dope.
But yeah, man. Wyze Wonda official on Facebook. If you're on Facebook, other than that, yeah, that's where we at. Yeah, DanteByHim.com, and that's where
That's where it's
cinematic.
at.
That's where it's at. That's where you know we gotta run those numbers
There
up.
it is.
Everybody got to go check that out because I mean it's a
Streaming,
real experience, you know.
streaming
Yes,
is taking
indeed.
fucking money, bro.
Yeah, you
With all
know.
this hard work in the streaming, like what you making? You making nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, if we really supporting our artists, we gotta support. We gotta check it out. We gotta,
Gotta
you know,
go direct. Yep.
we gotta, yeah, you know, we gotta go direct. You know, we are trained to, you know, we buy music from people we never met in our lives. You know, people from places that we've never been to, and you know, then get faulty when it's supporting our own people from our own community and our own hood and our
Yeah, we
own
gotta stop
coming
that.
up. You know what I'm saying? And I think we got to stop that. There's got to be a time when we're willing to pay our homie for his product. You know what I mean? I don't want to get in the party for free. All right, I'll pay you. You know what I mean? You dropping something, I'm gonna give you some ducats for that because I would pay somebody else and I don't even know them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we gotta start lifting each other up. You know what I mean? For real.
Agreed. Definitely agreed.
Mm.
Again, I put the website up there. Y'all go directly to Dante and support.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate this, man. Thank you, man.
Yeah, man. Thank you, bro. I appreciate this too, brother.
Appreciate it.
Peace
On
and love, brother.
Indeed.
Peace and love, bro. Salute, man.
On behalf of our HHDG Media crew, we're gonna say peace.
Salute, fam.
Peace.